Hi everyone, today I'm going to tell you about Edward Chase Tolman. He was born in Massachusetts in 1886 and he got his undergrad in chemistry at MIT. He first became interested in philosophy and psychology after taking summer courses from the Harvard philosopher Ralph Barton Perry and the Harvard psychologist Robert Yerkes. But what really set him on the subject was reading James's Principles. Before this, he was not interested in the subject until then because it was still defined as the study of conscious experience, which he disagreed with. A quote from Tolman said that the definition of psychology as the examination and analysis of private conscious contents has been something of a logical sticker. For how can one build up a science upon elements which, by very definition, are said to be private and non-communicable? That's why he was drawn to the subject once he discovered behaviorism. After this, he then earned a doctorate in psychology at Harvard, and then he became a professor. A little bit on his theory. He thought Watson's theory was oversimplified in that of the simple stimulus and response. He called these molecular behaviors or reflexes, and he decided to study purposive behavior. That's a hard word to say. And although his theory is different in many ways from Watson's, he still was a behaviorist and did not believe in introspection. Purposive behavior, he also called molar behavior. Some examples are a rat running through a maze, a cat getting out of a puzzle box, a child hiding from a stranger, and he gives a lot more examples in the textbook. He worked a lot with white rats. He believed everything important in psychology could be studied with rats in a maze. He believed the causes of behavior were in the 5 intervening variables, which were environmental stimuli, physiological drives, heredity, previous training, and age. An intervening variable he defined as variables that intervene between environmental events and behavior. He also distinguished between learning and performance, meaning that he thought things can learn but won't act on it until the need arises, which ties in with his latent learning. He did an experiment with rats that he reinforced some and didn't reinforce, and then there was some he didn't reinforce until a certain day and then reinforced, and it showed evidence of latent learning, meaning that they were learning the entire time, they just didn't put it to use until it was needed or until it was rewarded. He believed that learning occurs with or without reinforcement. His influence on psychology is very similar with where we are at today. He viewed organisms as active processors of info, which is similar to what is believed in cognitive psychology today. So he kind of took behaviorism a step farther than just simple reflexes that are ingrained in us, and brought it more to the motivations behind it and stuff like that, which is kind of where we're at still today, and that's where his influence took us. Thanks.